Diabetes chicken.
Welcome to the Gnome's Tavern. How you guys doing today? We have an exciting show today for you guys today. Let's introduce our crew for teens in space. Yeah, I know. I forgot to mute my mic, so you heard me saying, "Oh fuck," running into the room.
Yes, we did.
So let's go meet our crew. So here is our lovely crew. We're gonna start off with the normal people and our special guests. First things first,
What's
the
up, crowd?
least normal of our normal crew. Give it up for the Wolves. For the Wolves.
As per usual.
Got the PBR. Dude, I'm actually going to join you with a strawberry lager, the feminine of all the beers. Oh, fuck, I said fuck. I see
cheers.
Nye, hello. I Vanis, we got Uncle Russ. We got Cloud and Avery. I want to also, too, the most important members are you guys watching the show. Feel free to include anything into the show. Like, if you have name character ideas, you want to make jokes, I'll also ask the audience for different NPCs, and maybe one day you'll be a guest on the show. So, for the Wolves, who are you? Tell us your character, and, let's do a recap first. Let's do a recap. Recap, our crew of Nye, Rusty Laser, and Wolves have found a ship under the ice, and they have become, I guess, allies off this ice planet, and have went to
Companions.
the industrial planet of Uranus, where they made quite a mess of things, flying in and getting a job with said Rose, as she will take them to the space station of Pepsi to pick up a delivery. Like drinking piss. So first,
you tried so hard to make that sound epic.
I totally am not going to make the mistake of not fleshing out Uranus. So,
Your package.
so let's start off with Wolves. Wolves, why don't you tell us about your character?
Brilliant.
What your character's going through?
Hang on. All my shit just shit the bed. Hold on. Alright,
All
we're
right,
good?
well, we'll start off with Nye. Nye, tell us about your character.
So, have you ever looked at your local aquarium, right? You walk into the building, you look around, and you go, man, I like all these fish I'm seeing around here, but
like
God,
that.
I wish they could just talk to me and, give me a hug or something. So that's basically what I am. I am a walking aquarium. I am a gigantic body of water in a suit, name of Eva, and made up of a variety of different sea creatures that are in a hive mind together. And as we learned yesterday, damned excited to get cake. It's a new concept. I've been told how good cake is. We were potentially promised cake. So I am just waiting for my cake. It's going to be glorious.
Eva the water tank. Yes, she is the water cooler. Yes, there was a promise of cake if they achieved this job.
Anyone know what this is supposed to go to?
Okay, well, Missouri is going through a lightning storm, I guess, and Wolves is taking LSD. Is that what it looks like?
Saying the same thing.
I think so. He hasn't said otherwise. So
let's go to Rusty Laser, and you are Nimblegits.
right, yeah, my character is named Nimblegits. He is a miniature, 8.25-inch humanoid. He has a very large head and neck, very wide set eyes, and very long, slender fingers. But typically when he's roaming around, he is roaming around in an android suit, which looks more like an 18-year-old sort of, some sort of kind of like an Asian American male humanoid that's wearing spectacles and very smart, intelligent looking.
Are you Sulu? Did you build your suit as Sulu? George Takei?
No, I was doing some research and I was like, well, this makes it to be like the most populated sort of average of a species that he could be, so that he doesn't, cause any problems with coming into a new place or in a new environment. So
you might have to say "oh my" one time.
Oh my!
And then we'll head right back up to Wolf. Wolf, why don't you explain your character? Your character is very interesting and very problematic. Wolf is down.
Al Ian.
He is Al Ian. And so Wolf's character is...
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit. There must be an octopus as the brain.
Give me...
He's got a starfish in his brain.
Hang on.
So let me introduce our guest while he's
Okay,
getting
is that
all
better?
that together. Our guest is the only, LinktheKiller. He is a Minecraft player. He is also my buddy in Magic that tells me I play terrible. And he has a stream and he has a link which I will put into the description. Make sure you go subscribe to him. He's almost at 700 subscribers, so go be that 700.
I think I fixed it. Did I fix it? Hello?
Yes, you did fix it. Oh man, you are 19
Yay!
off.
Go me.
And he's out.
So, as our guest, he will come in and he will be one of the NPCs. Will he be a reoccurring character? Only the dice will tell.
Or a guest cancels.
Yeah,
That natural one guts roll coming up. Sorry, NPC, you tried.
So Wolf is a blob shapeshifter that is posing as a human being. So what Wolf is at real life, as his name is Alien, and we will be using the system Teens in Space. And Teens in Space is a great RPG that uses essentially all the dice that come in like the D&D set, except each skill is allocated a die. So if you're really good at something, you'll be rolling a D20. If you're really bad at something, you'll be rolling a D4. And I, as the game master, will set how difficult things will be, and we will see if they succeed. So
episode 1 means super easy, right?
I mean, you've seen the crap I play. Is it ever super easy at the beginning?
No. Also, too, it is good to know if you would like to see the character creation, you can check it out on the page, and then I'll put a link to my YouTube that after this episode goes up, if this episode's done, the episode yesterday will be up, so I'll put that on the YouTube. So, welcome, guys. Are y'all ready? Wolf, are you?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, so
Some of us
Wolf
are.
ran away. Your pilot ran away.
All right, so our story begins this episode as our people are flying in space, heading to the space station Pepsi. With Rose in the back, going to sleep, you get a sudden beep on the commission, on the comms board. Beep, 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 beep.
I'll answer.
It's a beeping thing.
Okay. Is it communications? Is it trying to hail us?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll let him through, and I'll say this is Nimblejits with the don't even have a name. I'll click it back over, and I'll be like, we don't even have a name for our ship yet.
Call her Betty.
Over, and I'll be like, with the ship Betty, we are a science vessel researching the sector.
Rose peeks over as she's laying on the ground. She's like, y'all flew around in an unnamed ship? You know that's bad luck, right?
Unnamed, just didn't tell us her name yet.
All right. So when you hit the comm, it's like, all right, Ship Betty, you will be landing at port 170. Please land gently. The last port has fallen off the side of the ship.
Understood. Yeah, I'll turn around and ask Rose, like, is that normal?
So you've never been to Pepsi, have you?
I haven't.
So Pepsi...
It's like a scrap metal wasteland. Tell me this place.
So Pepsi is a space station that was essentially built by the company Pepsi after Coca-Cola sponsored a huge space station. They only put a bunch of money in it, found out it was a waste of money, and now no one funds it as it just drifts in space. It's a good way if you want to sell something that's not usually found on the market, or if you can't live in either the Bezos Empire or the United Planet of whatever. Rose is a Coco fan.
So, that seems to describe some of the things that may be on our ship. So now Nimblejits is starting to put things together, and he's like, this could be an interesting mission that we're on.
It'll be fun. We'll be fine.
Harry.
Yeah, I mean, I gave you that piece of rare metal. Where did that thing go?
You gave us a piece of rare metal?
Yeah. We look for Al, and he's not around. Like,
yeah.
We'll catch up with him.
All right.
I'm not 100%
I'll
sure
put
what
up
Rose
some
is talking
scanners
about here.
For a part of the ship and look for him. Yeah, I can't find him. Yeah, we'll catch up with him and see what's going on with that.
I need you to
I'll
call
ask her,
somebody.
though,
Nibbles, I need you to call this number. The man's name is Jingles, and he's the one that we're meeting when we land. Tell him the dock number. And she hands you like some
all right.
coordinates.
Yeah, I'll punch in the coordinates. Ask her if there's anything we should be prepared for while we're preparing to dock.
Just don't shoot at anybody unless they shoot at you.
Hey, you hear that, Al?
Why would we shoot at someone? That doesn't sound very nice.
What happens?
Because you'll be carrying this, and she pulls out like a gun, and like slings it like cowboy style, where the hand grip is.
Or like on the trigger guard.
Yeah, and then she waves in front of your face, Eva. And she's
Eva
like,
just got it. So you got the little shrimp just popping up and just looking at it for a second, and that doesn't look like a really nice toy.
it's not meant to be.
No.
And then she grabs like another gun from behind. She flips it in front of you, Nibble, and she's just like, "Have you ever used one of these?"
Nope. And I'll pull out like a scanner, like from my chest cavity will open up, and like I'll pull out like a scanner. It's just a body scanner, and I'll be like, "This is what I'm typically used to using," and it's just like a body scanner. No. Like I don't need that though. Yeah, he's sort of like turning it away. He didn't want a gun.
All right, what about you, Al?
You hear me? Is everything good?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
You know?
All right. Sorry, I had to fuck around with my internet. All right. What was the question? Sorry.
She's got guns, and your compatriots didn't take them.
Sort of offering them up, like we may get in a situation, and she told us not to shoot unless we get shot at first, and we want to make sure you're on the up and up with that.
Oh, Rose did? Okay. Okay.
But she's
Well, I
offering a
will
gun
look
up,
at
so-
Rose, and I will take the gun, look at her, and say, I hope you know how to handle this thing more than I do.
Oh dear.
And I will take the gun and I will store it in one of my many blob areas.
So you suck it into your blobness in front of her.
Oh wait. I don't think she had figured out you were a Pugnarian. If I remember
She has
correctly.
no idea that you're a Pugnarian.
So they're just in front of her. Just
He sticks it up in his butt.
Yeah. I just pictured him like pulling it down his throat and being like,
no wonder, he wanted us to have the smuggler's hold. He does it himself.
yeah.
I am having serious connection problems right now. Jesus Christ. All right. I will take the gun and holster it in my back pocket.
Okay. I was about to say.
Probably
I'm
better
about
choice.
I'm about to start rolling.
What a quick rewind.
I'm gonna roll her grits as she watches a human call for God.
Say, I advise no quick movements around
Yeah.
her either. She seems like she knows what she's doing.
Sorry, I'm just having a shit show on my internet right now.
Oh, it's okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. So you do you type in the numbers for this Mr. Jingles?
Yep.
Okay.
Got the coordinates for Dock 170, and yeah, as soon as we board, we'll bring out the party.
All right. So Mr. Jingles, you are now hearing a message come through from a ship that is colored ID as a Mars ship named Betty.
Boop. Hello. Hello. Can you hear? Can I hear anybody out there?
Yes, this is Nimble Jets aboard Betty. What do we have? Prototype vessel, science vessel. We're here to meet with Mr. Jingles.
Ah, yep, that's me. What's up?
All right, I think we're in the right place, and I'll turn the comms over, and I'll be like, Rose, I think this is your this is your time.
So Rose comes over to it and grabs like the little piece, and she's just like, Jingles, tell Lucifer that we'll be having a meeting with him, and we'll see you at the docks.
Sure, not a problem. I'll go and track him down and let him know, and we'll get this meeting on the roll. Get it done.
Everybody, roll me a brains. Target number 10. Let's see if you know who Lucifer is.
I mean,
Hey, you know who Lucifer is.
would you look at that? We have a good idea of who this person is.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, we
in
totally
comes
planned
Al
for
with the
Rose.
epic fail. Let's go.
Let's see the owl. Apart from the devil.
Show me three.
Okay.
Can only hold this pose for so long.
I'm
can't even
trying.
guess.
It's not. Oh my god. My
Do you
so
have some
bad,
dice
man.
next to you? You can always roll it off camera if you.
right now.
So essentially, Eva, that you know that Lucifer used to be a captain for the Universal Planets, and he was discharged for some odd reason. And Bobby Jingles, you know that Lucifer is a crime boss in the Pepsi area, and he is mining the goo and trying to get it off Pepsi as fast as he can.
Yeah.
And then Nimblegits, you
The
know all that information, plus you know that Lucifer was discharged for shooting prisoners in the head in front of his crew.
Okay. Yeah, I'll sort of say, like, I have his discharge papers here to Rose and say, maybe we find another and that's a science vessel and a crew of our type is more equipped for than a crime boss.
I got a 7.
Wolf, you believe Lucifer is a friend you met that gave you a ride to the dentist.
Oh no.
I want to point out that 7 exploded. Like
That's
that was
Do
a
I
7
have- do I
with an
have-
explosive.
Yeah. Do Blob have teeth?
when you were
No, but your
tricking
character did
him.
at the time.
So you also don't remember if this Lucifer guy knew you were a Pugalorian. So what were you
All right,
saying
so yeah,
about
like-
Nimblegits?
So yeah, Nimblegits is a little like freaked out. This is sort of a serious mission for a crew of our caliber, he feels like. So he just wants to make sure Rose understands like we're not equipped for who we may be up against. So
Look, as long as you guys don't shoot, and as long as we can get the stuff on our ship, we'll be totally fine. You're getting half of the money.
Is that
how
a
much
lot?
again? Remind me.
Well, we still have to negotiate what that half is. But you're gonna get half of
100
it.
Bezos bucks. That's right. Okay.
No, this is real credits, not that Bezos bucks
Okay.
they give you.
Wait, did Did I hear her correctly? She said we have to negotiate how much half is.
I
don't know what whole is yet.
Yeah, we don't know what the whole is.
will look at Rose.
We're getting 10,000 credits no matter what.
And-
We have to negotiate how much of that is half.
Hey,
Why the fuck am I having this issue?
hey, if you guys do this job right, you'll have way more than 10,000 credits.
All right, we'll do it. That's fine. We're good.
We'll do it.
We're fine. We're good.
Okay, so you're coming up close
All
to
right,
this
just show us
space
the way.
station, and all of a sudden you start seeing billboards that have like blaster holes in them, and like it looks like a ship crashed into one of the poster boards, and it's saying "Drink more Pepsi." Crystal Pepsi, as good as it was in the 90s, and like all these poster boards, and there's like parts. You see the space station as this gray, red, blue looking space station that's just spinning into space slowly as
Ignore
you
those
see
rolls.
a part of it come off and fly back into space towards you.
How
Wolf.
artistic it is with the strategically placed holes. Those look so pretty.
Scanner's picking up anything crazy from this? It's just like any sort of I can get from this crazy.
You
visual?
did pick up some life on that piece that just flew off.
Exploded piece?
It just fell off and now it's in space.
Oh god.
Were they in a EVA suit by chance?
I mean, do you want to go investigate this floating piece?
No.
I mean, you can go and
It's
go
at this
check
time
out
they
these
noticed
guys.
that Alien has disappeared.
All right, so maybe it may take all of us to make sure we dock properly and we're safe on this space. So just
I can
get
help. I
ready
can help.
for-
What button do you want me to press?
What's
I have a lot of
taking-
buttons here.
Yeah, nothing yet.
What is taking these guys so long to dock the ship? What is going on?
All right, so we dock.
Jingles, you are talking to an insect man named Bubba
Bubba.
and
Bobby and Bubba.
an Anolosian, which is a short, fat, bulky mole man
Oh,
named Mitchell.
Mitchell.
And Mitchell like looks at you and is like, I don't know, they must be out of towners. Anyway, there's some new apartments opened up because that piece fell out. I heard there's some people on
Much
there.
atmosphere, but it has a hell of a view.
Oh, Mitch, you might have a point there. They might have been drinking or something. I don't know what. Why is it taking them so long? It's just right here. It's
So when you look at him, so you hear a beeper that says that they're about to land, and Mitchell's like, "Get in the car, let's go get them."
okay, Bubba, get in the back. Let's go.
So basically, you see that this car, it used to levitate and float, but now it looks like a regular old automobile with makeshift wheels. Like one of them is a square, and it is very. And he's like, and he tells you, "Duh, don't forget, we gotta push this thing to get it to start."
Bubba, start pushing. I'm not pushing.
So you just sit in this craft car.
Yep,
Uh,
I'm in charge. Why would I do the heavy lifting?
So Mitchell and Bubba
Now,
start
are we-
pushing, and then you start hitting the foot on the gas as it starts like revving up, and then starts to go, and they just like are trucking behind, jumping into the back.
What's taking y'all so long? Get up here. I'm not driving too.
Wolf, give me a flight check at 10, because landing on this dock is pretty scary.
Can do.
No, I might have to help.
Why is this
I
guy
got a 17.
flying?
That
Okay, that was kind of sketchy.
So,
It's a-
Holy crap, he actually made a roll.
17.
so Al shoots this thing in and slides in, and this
17.
And you hear a few creaks, but but he landed so perfectly that it barely even shakes. That that the dock attendant is actually very surprised.
What is this? Tokyo Drift? What? I mean, he landed it and nothing got damaged. I guess that's good.
I thought he was going to end up like those people.
Alice looks over and rubber faces like a glove.
So Rose goes, all right, guys, and she kind of like fixes her like captain's coat, and she's like, all right, guys, let's get ready.
Is she fixing a boot?
She's got a pirate captain's coat.
I'm gonna let her take lead.
So before we leave, I want to look at Rose, and I want to ask her a question.
Okay. What, Al?
Is that possible? Oh my god.
Yeah.
My question is, what is a woman... My question is this. What is a woman like you doing with expensive equipment like this? And I grab my pocket and I reach out to the gold that I took from her.
Oh, you're talking about the atmospheric metal?
Earlier. Yes.
I don't know. I found it when we attacked a planet or space station.
I shall be suspicious.
Is that what you tell her?
No. I want to do this.
Sus.
Suspect.
Status effect +1 suspicious.
Suspicious. Yeah, when you're
when
captain of a warship, you can kind of just take what you want during war, right?
Pretty much.
She mentions that metal. Nimblejits wants to run that through his device. He's gonna tap it into his tablet and see if he can look that up again.
Shiny
Okay,
thing that she was
roll
talking
a
about?
brains check
Just
6.
to yourself, Nimble.
Because you know that now it's some kind of metal than
Fine.
just a shiny rock.
Ash, I still don't know what this is.
You still don't know what it is. Would you
Second
like to use a
5 on this
token?
item.
So everyone who's new to Teens on Space, they get adversity tokens, which every time they fail a roll, they will get an adversity token, and every time they play their character perfectly, I will give them adversity tokens. Adversity tokens trigger abilities, and they also can bump up other rolls in the future. So would you like to use a token?
one? Yeah, I'm gonna say like I did another
Okay.
surface scan of it and couldn't find anything, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to really like find the dark space net and but I'm gonna have to look this metal up.
The dark space net.
You find that this metal is a key component in the generators that create fake atmospheres on planets.
Oh,
So the only way to get this is by robbing the mining fields that get it, or robbing a generator for getting it.
pretty smart.
And that it is worth a shit ton of money because everyone needs an atmosphere, so they don't have to wear suits all the time.
Or cake.
And so, did she handed this to us, or is this something that this is part of the package, the cargo that we are delivering?
She handed this to you because y'all wanted to not work with her at first, and she's just like, here, fucking take me to Pepsi, and then you'll get paid with whatever our drop off is.
That's not our fault. She wasn't offering cake.
She did not have cake. That is true. These are facts.
She
You
offered,
want us to work with you? Have cake.
We
she
could make
didn't
a
offer
planet
cake,
of
and she
cake
said, this will
with
pay
this.
for your cake, and then she gave it to us.
But now we have to go find cake. Like we are
Let's not
still
get carried away.
You don't understand. We are still essentially cakeless. We have not reached a point of cake yet.
Oh.
2 weeks from having cake.
So
2 weeks
Rose
out,
is standing at the edge of the loading bay and is going like, "Are we leaving, or are we just gonna rehash what happened and talk about cake?"
No.
And just Eva's sitting right here where we have not actually talked about any of this. All of this was just kind of internal monologue, and just looks up. Can you read Starfish?
She's gonna roll charisma.
Well, Rose, we should come
to
back
figure
to the
out
cake.
if you are being sarcastic or real. She thinks you're being sarcastic.
I love this. Is the second time you've had to roll.
She goes, why are you being such a smart ass? You know what reads starfish? And she like kind of reaches for her gun very angrily, getting blasted.
Then I'll jump in the way and I'll be like, no, I think this is a communication between species. And I was like, I think, we're all on the same page here. We're ready to move forward and, get this mission done for you.
All right,
I'll bring up that we're serious about this.
Just stop. Get Mr. Smartass out of the way. So just for your knowledge, he rolled a 1 on her charisma.
And Mr. Smartass, so Ava immediately looks over at where Al is at the moment and see if he's blocking everybody.
Right.
So you open a ramp and you see standing before you a. Why don't you describe your character, Mr. Jingles?
I am a man in his 50s. So I got gray hair, nice beard, crew cut hair. I'm semi-dressed up like a Western cowboy from the old days with a duster, 2 blasters on each side. And I'm just chilling there with Mitch and Bubba. Bubba?
Bubba, yeah. And Mitch is a mole man and Bubba is a giant insect.
What kind of insect?
He's a praying mantis.
Oh, that's not good.
So you see them.
Don't talk to him about his love life. It's fine.
Jingles, give me a brains check. Jingles is a human. Jingles is a human. Yes, he's a human with an elderly face.
Oh yeah, human.
I gotta wait for my reset. My bad.
Oh, you're fine. What are you looking like, Al?
I don't even know what you asked because my shit just all froze on me.
They're leaving the ship. Eva almost got shot because Rose thought he was being sarcastic.
Being a smart ass.
We just seem to associate with really unbalanced individuals or something. I don't know.
I know everybody's like on edge around.
All the balanced ones died in the war.
Wait, what the?
I'm doing good for a...
We got Al over here. We got Rose over here.
You got an old Western guy standing in front of you.
So yeah, so you come down the ramp, and I was asking what form did you take? Are you a human still?
I think he died.
I don't know.
Does seem to be having a bad time.
Yeah. So so you go down the ramp, and Jingles, give me a
I am still a humanoid.
Okay, you're still a humanoid? Give me a brains check. Target number 6.
Wait, who? What?
You.
Oh, a brains check?
Yeah. Okay, let's see if Bubba and them... let's see if they get it right. All right. Okay, so you pass it. So they do not. So you know this as Rose. She is a famous commander for the Bezos Empire and has been in several combats, and is the one that Lucifer told you to go pick up.
So you're Rose.
She kind of like flops her collar and she's like, "Of course I'm Rose."
I expected something better than this, but I guess it'll work.
You're lucky Lucifer told me not to cause trouble on Pepsi. And as you guys look around, you see a very run-down city. Like, pieces, again, are falling off. There's, like, crews walking by with, like, a blowtorch, and they're, like, soldering, like, old Pepsi tin signs on walls. You see, Nimble gets... Roll me a grit check. 8. Because you see a broken robot, and a guy is hitting it with a stick.
Oh.
I really like the rustic aesthetic.
Roll a 5. I don't know what that means. Does that mean I protect?
Would you like to use your tokens?
So how does that work? If I pass or fail, how does that work?
Oh, you only have 2 tokens. Well, so you fail, so something happens, and then you get a token.
No, I'm saying with this situation, you said someone's beaten up on a android or something? Like
Yeah, there's a broken robot that someone's hitting with a stick, saying, the damn thing won't work.
I want to get in between what's going on. I want to try to get over there and try to help it.
Okay, so you approach a old human with a stick, and you see what looks like a vending machine that has been adjusted as essentially a forklift, and it can't pick up the arms, and it keeps getting stuck, and it's just doing this. Meh, 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 meh. And he's like, fucking stupid, fucking piece of shit, fuck.
I'm gonna pop in and stop him and be like, that's not an appropriate way to repair this piece of machinery. You mind if I help or try to assist?
I mean, if you can fix this piece of junk, then sure.
I'm gonna look over at Rose and ask her if that's okay. Like, if we stop for a second, if I take a minute to take a look, and because I don't want to get, we're kind of going off mission, but I think I can help this guy real quick.
She looks very annoyed, but you start pulling out your tools anyway because you failed your grit check.
Yeah,
real quick.
Opens up. I start pulling out tools.
Yeah,
and,
what's up?
He'll immediately know. He'll think I'm an android.
Wolf?
I feel like we're in that movie Unfriended or whatever it was, where it was all webcams and it was like a ghost.
Was it?
I remember that part, but okay.
So yeah, so you are digging into this machine, and Rose is like tapping her foot, like, "Are you serious, Nibblegits?"
That's what it feels like right now.
Can I try to see if I can hurry up and fix it?
Like, seriously.
Yeah. Roll a brains check.
Cool.
Target number 6, because this thing's pretty primitive.
While he's doing that, can I try and distract Rose so she's not frustrated?
I rolled
Sure.
3.
Okay.
Oh, actually, let me back up a second.
I will start.
So I would still have to roll. So I have an improvement called Skilled at Repair.
I'm going to start doing an interpretive dance to distract.
As I'm assumed to succeed at a moderate difficulty, which is a 9. So, or can I spend a token to? I guess I can't add anything to that, huh?
Yeah, you can spend a token to auto fix it. And where are the ghosts? Yeah. Must we kill someone? So as he's going over to doing this mechanical thing, you look and you see a humanoid starting to do like dancing moves.
That's me.
And while that's going on, he's dancing. I'm gonna go join Nimblegits, and I'm just gonna kind of lead him and go, "Aw, poor thing. It looks like it's having a bad. Is that thing right there supposed to have that big crack in it?" And I'm gonna give a loyal crew member to give him the +2 to his roll.
All right, so you're looking at this thing, and you are Nibblegits. You are really frustrated on how terribly managed this robot is. But when he points out that there is the spring, that will drop the can, that's just tangled up in the right forklift paddle, you're just like, oh, there it is. And so now you kind of know how to fix it, and you start.
And it's like super easy.
Yeah. And Rose is like,
and kind of be like, thank you for the assistance.
Mitch leans over to you, Jingles, and goes, are these the guys that are supposed to do the delivery?
Yeah, I'm guessing. Boy, this is a really good team they got together here. They must have found them on the side of the road or something. I have no damn idea what is going on with this crew.
I guess more of the Bezos men died than we thought.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, now they're just scraping the bottom of the barrel. I mean, they got an aquarium over there walking. That's crazy.
So it only takes you a little while. I mean, this thing is pretty primitive. There's not much you can do unless you like take it back to your ship and redo the whole thing. He's like, Ibis is a good helper, and Optimus is like no one else. Yeah. So Rose goes, everyone get in this car. so we can go see Lucifer, so we can get the shit, and we can leave.
Is the android fixed and everything?
Yeah, it's fixed.
I'm like putting the finishing touches, and I'm like,
as he finishes and it stands up, Eva's just gonna reach out and get a big hug. I'm so glad you're fixed, and then go off to join the car.
Yeah, and essentially it's like going me, and it starts like trying to follow you to the car, but the old man kind of like starts pulling it back to get to work. So again, you see this rustic old car that was supposed to be a hover car, but it's running on basic wheels and one square wheel. Oh, please, can we keep it? Maybe if they steal it.
Wait, Eva wouldn't do that. It's got an important job to do.
It's got to pick up boxes or something.
Whatever it is that it has to do, it's important.
So Mitchell goes, "Oh, look, someone else can push this hunk of junk," and he sits inside the car.
There you go. Hey, you three, y'all, start pushing and hope you can jump in before we leave you.
Everybody who's outside the car, roll me a bronze check. And your total has to reach 12.
Nope.
Nope.
Would you look at that? The water inside of the suit does not seem to have muscle.
Hey, walk in the aquarium. Get in the car. You ain't doing nothing but just falling on the ground. Get in the car.
So you guys,
we are not strong.
Get in the car.
So you guys basically go heave ho, and the wooden wheel catches on a crack in the port, and it just pushes you back.
All right. Oh my God, Rose, why did you bring these useless people that can't even push a car?
Yeah. So this is the results. So Mitchum jumps out, and he's just like, okay, let's give it one more push. Don't forget, everyone gets a token for not pushing a car.
Yeah. For failing to push this car.
So Mitchell will join you, and let's see if he can help.
It's
you.
okay. We can do this. Everybody together. Ready?
Okay. So roll it again. It has to equal a 12. Now it's stuck.
Braun. Who's roll? Are we all rolling, Braun?
Everybody's rolling.
We're all rolling,
except for. Okay, so he's a soldier. So
3.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I clicked on the Discord one and not the fucking actual one that does the rolling of the dice. Okay, so you got an 18. So, essentially you think that you are helping him, but he just, like, pushes you guys out the way and, like, pushes mostly. And now the car is starting to run. So everybody do a flight for a 5 to see if you can hop on this car.
Oh my God, y'all going through hell.
Just kind of running up behind, jumping in. I knew we could do it.
So immediately Al jumps on and just like quickly kind of Dukes a Hazzard leave, throws himself into the back of the truck. Eva jumps in and you see Nimble gets like running like a robot like this.
Comes out.
Gonna reach out and try to grab him and
roll me a bronze, Eva, to see if you can grab him and throw him up.
Nope.
Easy. That 11, baby. That 11.
That is a thing that did not actually happen.
So you were able to get him up, but now you fell out the cart and you're rolling.
Oh my God, Mitch, go help him. Help him, Mitch. God, dog, what the hell? Rose, what the hell? We're gonna die.
So roll me a flight, Eva. Of 8 to see if you can get in this car.
Nope. On a list of things that are not happening today, this car is one of them. This car's independent streak.
So the car keeps going, and you're chasing behind. And as the distance continues, Rose goes, "Stop the freaking car!" So the car comes to a stop. Mitchum Mitchum and Bubba jump out and essentially help you onto the back. The circus movie.
Thank you for letting us get on and get in the vehicle and get situated before you leave.
Put your seatbelts on, everybody.
I really like this car. It has spunk.
So Mitchum and him will go and they'll push the car and they'll hop into the back. And the car keeps... And then the car will move down the street.
I'm actually gonna have to use diversity tokens just to succeed at something.
Here you guys go.
Dick.
Y'all up to like 10 tokens each now, right?
I'm getting there. It's getting pretty close.
And as you're going through the city, you are seeing you're seeing a lot of like destroyed stuff. It's not a very pretty city.
I shot a guy right there.
Do you tell them that?
Yeah.
Roll a charisma check. Give me an 8.
Charm is charisma?
Charm, yeah. At 10 tokens, you get a free success, essentially. What did you get?
Oh, see this jerk over here. Look at this.
So you say that, and everyone in the car is does not know if you were joking or if you were serious.
When
And I bet you have the nicest camera too. Can I see it when we get back?
Sure. I have 2 cameras. You want to see both of them?
Yes, please. That sounds like fun.
hey,
It shoots lights out.
Oh, and you got a good flash on it too.
losing my patience.
Too close to that, Eva.
So
okay, so as Link's as Link said he shot someone there, I want to put my hand towards my gun.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see if Rose sees that.
What did he do with his hand? He better not be touching me.
No, he put his hand towards his gun. Let's see.
I mean, I'm sitting with 2 guns on each hip, so I'm cool with
Okay,
that.
Rose sees that, and she kind of like whispers to you. She's like, "It's gonna be okay, man." And she's going to try to charm you. I will simply text her. I will simply text her. Okay. So yeah, so she kind of like puts her hand on your shoulder and is like, all right, just it's gonna be okay, man. So you're going to get to this big building, and it's called the. You see a sign, and it says the Pepsi Thunderdome is what it says. And
I was waiting for the Pepsi Center.
Yeah.
A long time ago, WWE used to own this building. But Pepsi bought it, I think.
Oh my god.
Sort of look over
the
to
the
Al
dome.
and Eva and say, like, this it's not, we're not the fighting type, are we? Like, we just need to be careful around here. The Thunderdome can't be positive.
This is where boss is at. This is where
So
boss
we're going in
stays
there.
at. Yeah. I mean, if you want to wrestle boss, he used to be pretty good in the war. Have you heard of Helen Cell?
Wow.
I'm good.
Helen Cell. So as you pull up, you see 2 guards. They're also 2 the mole people, and they come up to you and they go, "Oh, Jingles, looks like you got a full car today."
Yeah, a full cart. Yeah, but nothing inside those bodies. No intelligence. And apparently, they can't jump into a car.
Bubba essentially goes, and Mitchell goes, "Hey, you better not be talking about us up there."
No. Mitch and Bubba are the best of them all.
Nice shirt change. Thank you. Yeah, so he's gonna flag you.
I will
in,
look
as
up.
you
I
pull
will.
in,
I will yell out the window.
What are you yelling out the window? Let me see.
Where's Devon?
Boobies.
So as he's yelling out the window, you guys pull into the gate, and you see essentially a bunch of different broken statues of looks like warriors and soccer players and football players, and they all have like cans of Pepsis on their hands, and for you, Wolf, I yell, "Hey, Bubba, where's Devon?"
Devon is getting the tables.
Yeah. And you even see someone standing up, like, cracking two Pepsis in his hand. So, as you go in, you guys park up on the front deck around the other cars, and you just see a bunch of different races of, like, hoodlums. Some are wearing what you can tell are from the United Planet Sanctuary uniforms, and those are, like, as neat as you can be. And then others are just wearing, like, different Pepsi product shirts that are, like, too small or either too big, And they're just kind of walking around.
Are they, like, sponsored by Pepsi?
Yes, Pepsi, like, essentially dropped off a bunch of Pepsi shit to the station and then never fucking put any money into it.
Cargo drop.
Yeah. So
what are these people doing? Are they working? Are they're just, like, chilling, or
they're just walking around kind of being on guard? I asked them where'd they get them shirts. Mitchell tells me, he's like, Pepsi dropped off all this shit, and now I guess we gotta use it.
Operation Dumbass Drop, got
it. Yeah.
They even dropped some of this space moonshine too. It's good.
If they want to sell them, yeah, I mean, you could probably find a box and there'll be 40 of these damn shirts in there.
There's a box over there.
As Jingles points, you do see a box full of, like, t-shirts that are lime green and have Pepsi on them. Spelled wrong.
Are they really free to take?
They got rejects.
Yes. So Al runs over the box, and you pull up these shirts, and they're all XXX, and they are lime green, and they say Pepsi on them.
I am absolutely going to reach out and grab one and put it on. Presumably XXX is going to be big enough to go over the suit. Keep in mind, this is on top of the the Bezos uniform that's already on top of my activia suit that's ripped at the seams. We get layered up in here.
So Al looks at you and said, "There's no cake in here."
It's okay. I have a shirt now. This is my first shirt.
Rose turns to you, Jiggles, and goes, "Can we go in yet?"
Yeah, let's just go in there. I'm slowly getting annoyed with this crew. We gotta go.
Yeah, he definitely has an Amazon promotion and now a Pepsi. You're wearing the shirts not even the fucking junkers want to wear. So you guys walk into the arena, and you see a bunch of, like, guys sitting down. You see you walk in and you see all the stands, and they're all ripped up, and they have, like, tents in there where people are living. And you look down onto the floor, and you see this Birdman, which I'll give you the race in just a second.
Birdman.
A Chai Maven. You see a Chai Maven sitting on the throne. His wings are all clipped, and he's got a burn mark that covers this side of his face, as his feathers look like they're trying to grow. And he is wearing a highly decorated United Planet Sanctuary jacket. I look at Rose and wink. I yell, "Oh my god, it's Tony Hawk!" Mitchum kind of bumps Al with his gun. Is like, walk down there and go tell him, and go meet Lucifer
today.
So you're all walking down?
Sure. Got nothing better to do.
So again,
I'm just gonna kind of keep looking around, but
I stare for a minute. So as you walk down, again, you just see all these tents of like people. Just some are sleeping. There's even like 2 of them that are having a little hanky panky in the tent, and they're just
gonna lean in. Oh, is that how you folks do it?
Hey,
Just
get
walk
out
out.
of here! I only got 20 minutes left.
We should keep moving.
And then,
I go back to the tent.
You go back to the tent. And what do you do when you go back to the tent? You see a humanoid and a Abyssinian, which is like the monster from the Black Lagoon, and it is a female one. And and they are doing the deed. Like God intended, missionary. What do you do in this tent?
Am I there? I hope I'm not there.
Do you know this guy? Wolf, roll me a brains 12. If you know this guy.
Is anyone else watching me?
We're seeing you, like, after I poked, the helmet in and took a look and made a comment, I backed up to keep walking, and then you stepped in immediately afterwards.
Is anyone else in the crew watching me?
Mitchell and Bubba are not watching you.
Is it?
I don't know if Nibblegits is watching you in this tent.
Bobby, you watching? You watching this nonsense about to happen?
I ain't watching that mess.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna do this on my phone because my fucking internet sucks. So, no one in the crew can see me, right?
Besides Eva.
I'm aware that you went in because you ducked in after I ducked out.
But was I seen by anyone? Like, can anyone visit, like, see what I'm doing?
No, I mean, they saw you go in, but they don't really care. They figure whatever happens, happens. I mean, they ain't turned off. They ain't turned off by peepers. Oh gosh, what is? Are we about to start shooting?
Pew pew.
Rusty
Shooting.
What are you doing?
I'm transforming my hand into one of Rusty's.
The fingers?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I am mildly confused.
I am.
Now I have to
While
go
they're
find
distracted-
fucking stats for these 2 people. Thanks, Wolf.
Fight them?
While they did, I want to steal the
Fight
money
people?
that's on the side of the counter.
Okay, well, let's see what they're bringing. So roll me your flight, I guess,
Okay.
and then
Am
also
I?
roll me your charm,
Okay, my flight is...
and then I gotta roll their
Either can we
brains.
break this up?
Nope. Wow.
Okay.
Good job. Am I standing next to Al when this is all going down?
No, you're
Oh,
leading the way.
Wow.
Al failed miserably.
Holy crap.
Yes, he did.
Would you like to increase your flight?
I mean, it's not going to change anything. What did you get?
You could tie it by 2.
No.
Okay.
Oh dear.
So as they're doing this, they go to reverse position, and he sees you and your weird hand,
Doggone.
and he pulls out his gun. Roll me a flight check.
What?
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, we looked up
Hey!
damage rules
Come on.
now.
24.
He got there.
24.
Fight. Oh, his fight is fucking shit. Yeah.
The natural
So
20
from a
and the
301
explosion.
to a 24, yeah.
All right, so you luckily have seen him reach for his gun, and he starts blasting into the tent. He starts blasting out of the tent as you pull your hand, but you were so quick with it that you were able to pull your hand back to a regular and dodge out of the tent, so that way no one saw that you were peeking in there. So he starts blasting.
I will then look at the crew and be like, damn, he's having a good time.
And then you guys see Mitchell and you see Lucifer scream, rule number 4! And Mitchell and Bubba turn their guns, and Jingles, give me a brains check of 4.
Just gonna turn to Nimblegets. Should we go back and tell him there's no shame in having a hair
All
trigger?
Right, Jingles, you mix up rule number 4 with rule number 72, which is if it's brown, flush it down. If it's clear. But Bubba and Mitchell do not, and they turn and they start firing into the tent ferociously until there's no more firing coming from the tent.
Oh no. That's not good. Yeah, I imagine once we hear the first fire or two, we start running that way, and I pull the tent back. What do I see?
You see a fish person and a human with several holes in them, and yeah, and they are smoking.
So wait, a fish person and a human.
And they are very dead.
That's awesome.
They are very dead.
Is anyone else in there?
No. There's all of his gear. And then when that happens, like, essentially a bunch of people from the other tents are, like, running towards the tent in a full sprint. So would you like to grab anything from this tent before?
There's gear in there? Like, their gear?
Yeah, there's, like, some gear and some rations.
Take it. Take all of it.
I think I would involve myself in this. I don't want to take any of that. No, I mean, like, I was just checking on things like, if people start running this way, we're booking it. I want to flight out of there.
Okay, so you move out of the way, and people push by you and start grabbing, like, the guy's gun and, like, some of her credits.
Oh
and
my
all
gosh.
That.
All right, I think we should
I'm
use
glad
this
they have such
distraction.
responsive law enforcement here. That was really impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We probably
I think we
ourselves
should
on that.
use this distraction to move on and get out of here. And so is Al with us?
So Rose starts headed down, and Jingles, you remember that rule number 4 is you shall not fire inside the Thunderdome unless Lucifer said so, and it's punishable by death.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you were very lucky, you rolled a 25 on your flight that no one saw you try to steal from him.
I just caused a civil war.
The teens are responsible this one.
So, I mean, look, you know, by the time we leave here, their entire power structure is going to be crumbling down. We are single-handedly, by doing absolutely nothing, going to cause this mob to collapse.
Al's got it going on, baby.
And another example when the GM does not plan for what his players do.
So during this situation, while we're walking by, can I look at Rose and then just simply say, I can fire better than that?
Rose kind of laughs and goes, she laughs and she goes, I really hope so, because they're not playing around here. So as you walk down, you see this giant, like, chicken man who's in the blue and kind of gray color jacket of the United Planet Sanctuary, and he's just got medals on medals going down his jacket, and he's in that kind of pirate jacket. He's got a big, like, obnoxious sword, and you can just see the burn marks on his face, and his red eye that creeps from that burn mark, and his other red eye that has the feathers, and he goes, well, Rose, it's nice to see you, not on the battlefield.
In my best Jim Ross impression, I say,
God.
"My God, it's gotta be Kane."
What the hell, Rose? What the hell is wrong with this dude? Who the hell is Kane?
So when you leave the space station, will blow up. Maybe it is Pepsi. So he walks down, and Rose and them kind of do like. And when he stands up from this, you see that he is 7 feet tall. He is a huge fucking bird guy. And he walks down, and he kind of like hug Rose, and it's just like, yeah, I knew you thought you killed me on the Battle of Jupiter. But you can't kill this old bird. Ha 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 ha.
Are we giving hugs? I want a hug. Can I have one too? Please, please, please.
He actually turns to you and he scoops you up. He like scoops you up and he's just like, friend of Rose is a friend of mine. As long as we've got peace. Fuck it, I'm not in the army anymore.
Eva, you better watch out. Birds eat fish.
I would simply have an inner monologue, and my inner monologue in my head would just be like, "He looks like a guy I know called Glenn."
And
Eva got a hug. It's fine.
All right, so I need you to deliver this damn goo before the authorities get onto it.
Yep, good goo.
He's 7 feet tall, so he is a huge fucking bird person. He's like, I got
Foghorn, Leghorn.
Everybody roll me a brains check of 12 when he says this goo.
Nope. Actually, you know what? I will spend the 5 adversity tokens to succeed that one.
What the hell?
Sorry, the 3 adversity tokens. Leaving me with 5.
Anybody else want to spend the tokens?
I can't spend enough tokens to get my brains up.
You got a 1.
I would like to use one of my skills.
Do you have a skill that gives you 11 points on a roll?
He's got lucky because he's human.
Oh, cool.
What about you, Nimble? Are you going to use your tokens?
No.
Re-roll that. Let's re-roll that. There we go. What the hell?
Well,
all right.
Looks like Al.
Well, at least you get that token back.
Bird does not want you to succeed.
He is Foghorn Leghorn, yes. So he, so essentially, so Eva, you're the only one that knows. You know that goo is a highly illegal substance that was originally thought to increase everyone's attributes, but since your attributes get increased, it gives you a massive heart attack within seconds, and no one has been able to get the benefit without the heart attack. You even read a paper of a running back in the Space NFL that had 400 yards in the first quarter and then died of a heart attack, and that was the first time goo made it onto the news.
But I don't have a heart. I could maybe sacrifice a shrimp to use that stuff.
Question from chat: is it lagging for anyone else or just me? We have. I mean,
Rusty's lagging, but
yeah, we got a little lag from some of our people. We are doing this on internet, so the internet gods. We did not sacrifice a chicken for the internet gods. Just a fish person and a human, which I think is the first death of the series.
Cheers, I'll drink to that.
That was part of it.
Except for all those people who died in the war, and you know.
Oh, well, they died off camera. Who cares?
Oh yeah, right. We don't care about them.
So with this goo, I want to look at the goo and see what color
it's not here.
Oh.
Why would he keep illegal goo next to him?
He's a bird person. What the fuck do you mean?
I easily know.
So where is this make stronger with heart attack goo?
Well, it's in the back. Mitch, Bubba, get that truck ready. Not the shitty one. And then you see Bubba go like. He's like, yes, Bubba, the one with the big ass Pepsi sign on it. I swear to God, I will fucking cut your arms off, Bubba. I swear to frickin' God. Rule number 2, Bubba. And he runs off.
Make sure we don't have to push it because this crew is a little weak.
Wasn't known for his braids. He was not known for his braids. So he goes, so Rose is like, yeah, the goo. We just have to bring it to, where did we have to bring it again? He's like, you got to bring it to Mercury. I got a dealer there on Mercury. He'll be able to give you the money. Wire 75% of the money to me, and you can give yourself, I guess you could take 1 million credits on that money. And roll a grit roll. Nibblegets and Al, roll a grit roll. Target number 6.
Okay. That is a 7.
And Nibblegets, you are getting really antsy because that is more money than you have ever heard of in your life. That
He's doing the math on 75%. Yeah. He's trying to figure out our 50% of that 75%.
Yeah, you start whispering out loud, like, okay, divide the 7.
Sure.
Carry
Al,
the 1.
You were pretty cool, but in your mind, you were saying, holy fuck.
Yeah, I like that.
You are a guy that's used to eating Instapasta. You've been so poor.
I just start doing like a subtle happy dance that no one can really tell, but I'm just like, yeah.
That is so much cake.
And Rose essentially goes, that's bullshit. You know how much trouble we can get from both sides. We want 3 million or nothing.
I turn to Rose and I say, "Bitch, she said 1 million. That's a lot of money."
Maybe for a damn commoner like you, but 3 million or nothing.
Okay, Ho, first of all.
All the teens a shit ton of
Rose, you gonna let him talk to you like that?
Lucifer kind of he kind of looks like you kind of see him kind of like snarl, and he goes, 1.5 million.
I look at Rose and I nudge Rose with my elbow and I'm like, take the money.
and Rose goes, nah, 2.5 million, or we'll fly off this ship. And I'd like to see you push that cart outside to all the way to fucking Mercury.
I look at Rose and I say, bitch, I fly this ship.
Rose and say, let's not push our luck. 1.5 is a great deal for that.
I fly this fucking ship, bitch. We're taking the money. We don't need you, Rose.
Do y'all pull her aside?
Yes. We put her to a side in a group, and I'm like,
in the thick
listen.
of it, I wouldn't, like, stop her.
Eva, do you go with them?
I mean, I'll go along. I'm a little bit confused because these are very large numbers, and I don't know how much credits per cake. So I have no way to abstract this number.
You have not heard the word cake, so you do not care.
Make a planet out of cake, and it would have its own atmosphere.
So I want to kind of like, not challenge Rose, but like bring to her attention and be like, listen, we're the ones with the ship. I'm the one flying it. Nimble's over here is the one navigating. What are you bringing to this table? Because we already got the contact right now.
I've got the job, and trust me, there's no way you can get that shit off the ship. Right now, he's. Do you know who this guy is?
I mean, she's the guy about to give us 1.5 million.
Give me a big hug. I
Yeah.
like him.
Yeah,
Ava's
this guy
got the idea.
can't go anywhere near Mercury, or they'll shoot on sight. Plus, two, I don't know if you noticed, there wasn't too many ships leaving willingly from Pepsi.
So, can I ask a question out of character?
Sure.
Okay, so Rose and Lucifer know each other from the Great War.
Yeah, they fought against each other.
Okay, so I guess we don't know what Mercury's alignment is yet.
Roll me a brains target number 8.
That is a 5.
Would you like to use tokens? You all can do that.
I'm not going to.
What's that?
What are we rolling? What was that roll?
Target number 8 to see where Mercury is aligned.
On brains?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, sure.
You know what? I'll bump it. I got a token for it. I'll bump it.
Holy nimbles.
I'll
There
pull
we
up
go.
my device and sort of show everyone on the screen. I'm like, here it is, right here. Like, you know, we've got to go this far, and we should go this route.
Oh God, you got a 20.
Yeah.
You know that Mercury is part of the United Planet Sanctuary, and you guys, since you rolled so high, you guys know that it is a very, very hot and toxic place. That if you do not land at the right spot, that you will be burned up into flames. Think about Musafar, essentially, and that it is basically an industry area.
But do they know like who is it aligned with Bezos or? Obviously, I won't know this, but I'm saying for them, like.
No, it's aligned with the United.
Okay.
But you know Eva. You two know that he was discharged, so they essentially gave him an order that they never see his face or he gets shot on premise.
I mean, he had to leave there. He had to leave to leave the nest and make his own way. I think he doesn't want to go there.
Yeah, they're so mad at him, man. If he goes anywhere near that, they're gonna shoot his head off. Plus, too, have you seen his face? Obviously, he didn't enjoy his last visit to Mercury.
So I'm gonna look at Nimbles and say,
That's what we're getting into.
I'm gonna look at Nimbles and I'm gonna say, I got 2 questions. 1, do you think it's worth the risk? And 2, do you think we can get more than 5 million?
Do you want to, Nimble, why don't you roll again a 12 to figure out what the goo is? Now that you've got numbers. And you can roll for a 12 too, Al, to see if you know it.
What's it under?
Brains.
Oh, I'm not getting that.
That's worth okay.
It's worth it. No.
So Al, you think that this must be food,
I'm cool with that.
or knowing that you're going to Mercury, some kind of cooling device. Nimblegets, you basically know what Eva knows, that this is highly illegal, and ingesting it can essentially kill you, but it will up your stats for the couple of seconds before your heart explodes.
Yeah, he's trying to like think of it in his mind, like the species that would be okay with that happening. Like, who would use this?
From what you know, no species can handle their heart exploding.
Yeah, he's like, why would this be a thing? Okay, yeah. So I mean, it just sounds like some sort of like warfare, like agent. Yeah. And we are. What with this?
I mean, money's money.
You also know that it's also very illegal.
We can fix the ship with all the money.
What are we doing with it again? We're transporting it, or we're going to pick some up?
Yeah, we're taking. He's got it, and we're bringing it to Mercury to the buyer.
Is it gonna burn through the ship?
Just mention the legality of this, and if we're caught with this, our ship, would totally be taken away, and all the crew, locked up for many years.
Yeah, but you got the hold, and you seem like a crafty people. And then you hear over Lucifer goes, "All right, Rose, you jerk, I'll give it to you. 2.5. Just get that goo off here and get it to Mercury."
So much cake.
Wait, it's a lot of cake. Oh, I want to go give him a hug. We should do this.
I think my worrying helped, but I didn't want the job at all. So now we're stuck with it. Okay.
Can we eat this?
See what we could do.
If you
We gotta get
didn't
this
want the
stuff off
job,
the
you
ship
shouldn't
quick.
have made such a good argument for it.
I know I didn't mean to do that. I totally misjudged that entire situation.
So Rose goes,
do I know how many
"Deal."
days out?
She goes, "Deal. All right, guys. Do we get any money up front there, Bird?" And he kind of like looks around and goes, All I got is goo. I ain't got shit. Do you think I'd be living in a tent house with these people?
So can I look at Birdman Lucifer and be like, so let me get this straight. We're doing all the risk, and you get the reward.
Do you know the risk I had to get this goo?
You know the risk it takes to live in a tent, bitch? Now listen.
When you say bitch, everyone kind of starts like some people are crawling out of their tent with their new loot, and like they're kind of like getting armed, and Rose is like,
Hey, let's
Hey, Rose, you might want to talk to your crew.
Eva's just gonna kind of come up and put a hand on Lucifer's shoulder and a hand on Al's shoulder. Listen. We need a big ol' hug. Let's relax, because once we're done, we're all gonna have a cake that's bigger than this room together.
Rose kind of looks at you, Eva, and then like points and goes, Lucifer, I bet you if you had this guy in your crew, you wouldn't have got honorably discharged. And he kind of like, you see his shoulders like kind of slouch a little bit, and he goes, ha ha ha, they never said honorably. And at that point, Mitchell comes back as the little mole man. He's like, boss, we loaded up the truck, and it's the good one. He looks over to Jingles. Lucifer looks over to Jingles, and he goes, Jingles, you're taking a trip to Mercury.
Why would I do that?
So these people don't steal the goo.
Oh, so you don't trust them, but you're going to give them $2.5 million.
Yeah, after we get the money from the goo. At that point, fuck them.
And what do I?
He says that in front of you guys.
I was gonna say, are we just standing right here?
Yeah.
And what do I get out of this? Because.
And as he asked that, Ava's just gonna still has her hand on Lucifer's shoulder and just like a gentle reassurance, because look, we just met. I really like you, but I'm not ready for that type of offer just yet.
I'm gonna brush the hand off of me.
No, it's not on your shoulder. It's on Lucifer's shoulder.
Okay.
As Ava says that, I kind of just give a slanted look, and I'm like,
huh? Station to KFC. There might be a KFC port. This is corporate space.
But I'm taking a big risk here with these screwballs here. As you can see, they're not all there, so I'm gonna need something to make me go on this mission.
He sits down in his chair like, oh, what do you want?
I don't know. I was expecting you to throw out a number or something. 100,000.
Fine.
Cool. Okay.
You should have asked for more.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's what Rose says. Rose is like, you don't know how much this fucking goo costs.
I did roll a 1 on it, so.
same.
I'll just throw it. I'll be like, our crew is very amicable to splitting things, between individuals.
So,
but not like that, Lucifer. And me and Ava just kind of stare at him.
I'm not staring,
just gently caressing.
At this point, once again, the clownfish and the prawns are making a smiley face in the helmet.
So he leans over to you, Eva, and he kind of like whispers, but he's very loud, so it's not a very good whisper. And he just goes, I heard Mercury's got the best cake.
Yes! Let's go!
Can I do
Just no doubt, just immediate yes. Fantastic.
You doing a brains check to see if Mercury has the best cake? Yeah, you can roll it.
I'm just gonna force fail the roll. He can roll. I'm just force failing it. Nope, we're on it.
It'll be an 8. It's not hard.
Just use a token. It says I just use a token to know about a person or a location I'll
Mercury
basically
does
like pull up
not
my
have the
scanning
best
device.
cake. Mercury rarely has cake, but they do a really good souffle.
Yeah, I could probably pass that off to Eva as cake for now. Okay. I'm good with that.
All right.
It would be a nice little introduction, to cake.
I was just kind of standing there waiting patiently just to get this mission
We're heading to
going.
Mercury.
Heading to Mercury. So I guess you guys start walking to follow Mitchell or Jingles. Yep. And as you walking, he leans over and he goes, "By the way, we already put a tracker on your ship. So if I don't get the payment from the goo, I'll know where you are."
I'll say I noticed the tracker as soon as it came on. I would expect nothing less from a community as your own. So he's just sort of like very matter of factly like, yeah, I saw the tracker come.
You're like, it's on the right rudder.
Yeah, exactly.
Can Al point at Jingles and just say, "Why do we need him then?"
So make sure Al's in line to us to get this mission completed without too many guns ablaze.
Ivana says, "Yes, this is cake, but this is a lower tier cake. It's the souffle."
It's introduction cake.
So you guys walk up to the Pepsi truck, and it is a big old truck. It is actually floating off the ground, and Bubba and Mitchell are there, and they are waving you in.
Question.
Yes.
And I'm sort of following lead.
So I have a question for my team, my crew. I turn to them as we see this Pepsi truck, and I'm looking at Rose, but the rest can hear me, and I say, "Isn't this a little bit obvious?"
What do you mean obvious? An obvious way to make money?
Giant Pepsi truck.
I mean, Pepsi is all around.
Oh, it's all around?
Yeah, we're driving the Pepsi truck in the Pepsi station, wearing the Pepsi shirt between the statues that are all holding cans of Pepsi.
To be fair, you're wearing a Pepsi. You're wearing a Pepsi shirt, not even a Pepsi shirt.
And I rolled a 1 on brain,
out,
so
right?
my rebuttal is going to be, I thought this was Coke.
I was gonna try to make it work.
So you guys, I guess Rose tries to go to the truck of the bed, and she immediately sees that she cannot fit, so she starts walking to the back of the truck and opens the back.
Can I ask why she couldn't fit? There's too much goo, too much stuff back there.
So you guys see in the back, and it is a glowing purple in the back of the truck, and these crates are just glowing purple.
All right, I immediately pull out a scanner and I'm scanning for life forms and bio something and want to know what this is.
Your scanner just starts beeping and goes boop, 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 and then it stops and it just says goo, unknown substance, unknown characteristics, illegal. Please put back.
Please put back.
I'll delete that search entry from my device.
Delete cookies.
Delete. And I'll make a note of that goo being unknown because that's the first time that's ever happened that my scanner hadn't really picked up something that I was able to identify. But yeah, he certainly wants to delete it from his device.
All right, and you drive to the ship. And the drive is actually, let's see if Bubba and them can fucking make it there. See how good a praying mantis is at driving. Okay, he's actually not bad at driving. And so the car is like rocking, and you even hear chunks hit the top of you assume parts of the building are hitting on top. And you are driving. And the back of the truck can't even close all the way. So give me a brains check, everybody, of an 8.
That is a 1.
How do you keep doing this?
I don't know. I'm not the smartest
he's
cat.
rolling D1s.
No.
Jingles, you were
There's
up
only one
front
difference.
jamming to the radio, so you do not see.
No, see, that was a 2, so it's definitely different.
Wolves, you are counting the cash in your head, looking
Yeah.
at this green goo,
I thought it
and Eva, you see a car that is driving very close to you, and Nibblegets, you see 2 gentlemen in this car. One is slowly pulling out of the passenger side and looks like he has a weapon.
Oh no.
So Eva's just gonna turn over to Nimble and go, you know, I was thinking, our ship can actually fit about 44,000 gallons of water in it. Also, that car seems to be following us.
What?
They want to be
I'll pop up-
friends.
A
I'll pop
car
up
is
and say,
following us?
Yeah, that vehicle behind us, and it looks like they have a weapon, and I'll mention evasive maneuvers. Who is driving again?
You know, because we've
Bubba?
seen
The
all of
Brave
2
Bandits.
cars so far, the one that we're in and the one that we pushed. So this one's kind of obvious.
Yeah.
We've seen no other cars, and yet this one suddenly showed up and it's been behind us for a bit.
That is pretty true. There's not a lot of cars on and you see 2 squillions, which are essentially shrimp people.
No.
I wonder if they're related.
And they start firing.
Oh no.
Give me flight rolls,
Oh no.
Who's driving?
Bubba.
Oh, God. Oh.
Oh, that's not good.
I got a 10.
I'm gonna just I'm gonna bump that up as much as I can. We're gonna put that up to a 6.
Oh, she needs a flight roll too. I think she's that. Yeah, okay. So she's good. So yeah, so so you guys essentially these lasers are coming through the hood and they are shooting up the inside and it looks like a rave inside the thing. And you guys were able to duck below because you saw them, except for Al, you didn't see them, but you saw that first laser hit, and you were like, and your instincts kicked in, and you were like, "Fuck, lay roll, hug the ground." Rose is gonna start trying to shoot out the window, and she's like, "Tell scream at Bubba to drive faster."
Can I assist Rose in
Oh,
shooting?
yeah,
Because I still have that gun in my
Drive
pocket.
faster.
I thought Rose was in the back. Was I
She
wrong
is in the
about that?
back. She's like,
Like-
"Scream up front."
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I-
If you want to shoot, roll your fight.
Yep.
Against these guys, fight. Let's see.
I'll shoot. Let me take a couple shots at him.
Yeah, you'll have a gun too, right?
Yeah, both
I have
roll your
2.
fight, and let me roll their flight and see if it works out. Would you like to bump that up?
Who?
Well, both of you, it doesn't matter, but
What did
No,
you
you're
get?
right. He's either a natural 1 or he explodes. Those are the only 2 options on the
Yeah,
dice.
that's- So essentially, they start unloading. Jingles, you see the side mirror get shot off, and immediately you're like, "Oh, not the fucking good van!" And you start popping out, and you take out your gun, and you just immediately just like pew 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 pew, and the guy is driving, and he's like, "Oh no 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 no," and he like fumbles, and he starts rolling out of the car, and then Mitchell goes, "Fucking bastard, the good truck. This is the only one that has mirrors on it."
I think we could put a little bit of space duct tape on there to hold that back up there, I think.
Well, the other
Spot
side has a
tape.
Pepsi can, so that kind of works, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that works.
Shined up real good.
So then, Wolf, you and Rose are shooting, and you notice that Rose is not really a great shot.
Rose.
Of course she isn't.
You gotta aim at the person you're trying to shoot, Rose. Just keep shooting, Rose.
In fact,
He- Trying to
you
miss.
hit that dude, and let's see if you hit the driver of the car, and let's see if that dude actually, if he's actually
Wait.
okay.
Who hit the driver? Me?
You hit the driver.
Goddamn right. I wish
so
I could see your screen. I don't know why it just says on load.
Okay, so you hit the driver, but he's able to keep the car, and he kind of like ducks over the car, and he's smoking right now.
Okay. I will aim down my gun.
Your are on fire.
I will say, "Gotcha, bitch," and then I'll go for the kill shot.
Okay, roll fight, and he'll roll a fight. How did Rose survive the war with those shots? You'll have to watch the show.
7.
Okay, so he now is aware that you can hit something, and he is starting to position his car more.
So wait, after he was hit, he was unaware, but as soon as you miss, no, look, he can shoot.
Well, no, when he got hit, he was like, "Oh fuck, they could actually shoot." He's like, because he wasn't expecting the truck to. He wasn't expecting the metal doors to open up and a bunch of fire coming at him.
Is there anything in the truck that we could like throw at them apart from the goo?
Pepsi can.
There's some straps, and there's another box of. There's a box of like meals.
Can I?
Wait, okay, got an idea.
Go ahead.
Got an idea. So, Eva's gonna quickly pull off the Pepsi shirt. Just gonna throw it at the screen. You can have it. You can have it. It's fine. You can have one too. And throw the shirt at them.
I hate to do this, but roll your fight. Let's see if the Pepsi shirt hits.
I want to see this one.
Oh Lord!
Oh God!
Oh no!
I only have it before on that.
Can I assist Eva in that, or Eva, sorry, in that, and throw the meals at them?
Well, so this thing like pulls a good dive, and you miss on the car. So I guess throw the meals. Let's see.
Here we go.
Oh, this is where you're gonna fucking hit him. I fucking know it.
14.
Yep, there it is. And
All right, describe what you're doing.
So I see Eva throw her shirt, and at first I'm like, I don't see any fish. Then I get distracted, so I grab the meal, I pick it up, and I look
It's
at
like
it,
meal
and I
box
throw
of like
it,
MREs.
throw it like a grenade.
Maurice.
So
And I
you
say,
hit
"Hasta
the
the
windshield of this car, and
Hasta
they
la
just
vista."
splatter all over. And this dude is now spiraling out of control. Let's see if he recovers.
God, that cheese paste. Come on.
If we add some water, we can throw it on those preheatable things and burn his face.
He does recover, but he is having trouble driving, and so now he has to stick his head out of the window. Let's see if Rose.
I want to take a shot at his head that he just stuck out from behind the windshield.
I want to make a cheese pun.
Roll a fight, and Rose is gonna roll a fight too. I keep fucking hitting that thing, thinking that it's.
There we go.
So while Jingles is about to take the shot, I want to look at him and say, "Looks like he's not much of a Gouda
describe
driver."
how you totally decapitate this person with your gun.
This is not the time to start losing your head.
Because if you look at the shared screen, you will notice that the bottom one is his flight to avoid this fight.
I can't see the shared screen for some reason.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you're not actively looking at it, Gnomes, it does actually freeze the thing for us.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Jingles rolled a 23 and he rolled a 3. So you say some cheesy cowboy line, "Don't lose your head over this," and you just kind of like pick him off, and his head explodes, and immediately the car goes and it hits right into one of those forklift vending machine things you see.
Does the car blow up?
And the guy who was
Wow.
like directing the forklift vending machine thing like grabs the crab dude and like pulls him into a house.
Wow, Pepsi was super advanced. They had vending machines just for forklifts.
Well, it wasn't the one that I repaired earlier, was it?
No, it was another one. If you guys want to roll a brains check, and I will give Al a +2 to this roll, along with Gits, to know what these species are known for that you just shot and murdered.
Got myself a 2.
Not do that.
Nice.
Okay, you do not know.
How did you get a 0?
How you get a 0?
Yeah, it didn't let you add a bonus.
Yeah, just
So-
roll it. We'll add 2.
So yeah, here's.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Oh God!
All right, so Jingle.
That went from
I know what
0
these
to
things are.
35 real quick.
When
Jingles
you
and
were a
Eva-
child, you wrote a treatise on these books.
You got Eva and Jiggles. You guys know that this species was originally bred so that people could eat them.
Oh, so
No,
so
this is
wait,
the
is it
shrimp one,
literally
right?
bred, or are you talking like breeding?
like they bred them,
Breeding.
like they
Oh, okay,
breeded
because I was
them.
like, that just makes sense too. These people were just
Shrimp
bred.
creature.
Yeah, they essentially are. They're shrimp people that they made this race so they could eat them.
I'm reading about that. Yeah,
Nibble-
yeah.
I'm
Yes.
sorry, cousin. We'll talk to you soon at the family reunion.
Yeah, Eva, they don't have a head no more.
I don't think
Nibblegets,
they're,
you know at least
Get
10
well
different
soon.
ways that you can cook up one of these people that would make a delicious, healthy snack for a family of 4.
I look at Jingles and I say, after he said about them not having a head, I will look at him and go, "Hey, looks like he's not head of the table, eh? Eh?"
That's a good one. It's a good one.
So after this, Bubba kind of steps on the gas, and he pulls into the Wolves knows the first and the last numbers, but the rest are unknown to him. So he pulls in, and you see some guys that are in some worn out United Planetary uniforms. You could tell that they're not soldiers, but they're ex-soldiers, just because they're all torn. They're not like tucked in and shit. And some of them even have Pepsi undershirts, so you kind of like know. And they immediately run into the back past you guys, and they start loading them onto your ship. The goo.
That's
Wait.
right. Load it up. Load it up, guys. Just load it up.
Can we?
Making sure it's secure because I'm assuming it's volatile. So yeah, once they get it in there, I'll make sure that it's secured.
Okay, so you're watching them.
Can I will also watch
Everything
them
else
with
has
my.
been so lax and kind of haphazard, so I want to make sure they're doing this right.
I want to watch
First,
them as
right.
well with my hand on my holster, like on my back pocket where my gun is, just in case they try some funny shit.
And I'm just gonna keep staring at Al from behind, like, why is this dude grabbing his gun? They're just workers.
Please don't put that in my tub or my aquarium. I need both of them. I really need those to not have that stuff in there.
Roll me a brains 12. Nimble gets. I always know when he's rolling because the light from his computer gets.
Like,
What's the result? A 7.
didn't
Okay,
know.
you are really anxious, and you do not. Oh, would you like to use tokens?
Nah.
Okay, so you're really anxious, and you see a guy steadily run off the ship, and you just think that he was done.
I'm sorry. Off of our, or off the other ship that was loading us.
So he goes on your ship, he puts the thing in, straps it in the smuggler bay, and he takes a little bit, and then he runs off the ship. And you think that he's just done.
They got a
With him?
smuggler's bay.
If he took stuff with him, because if so, I may give chase and mention to Rose. If taking something else with him, I'll say Rose that one, and I'll point him out, and I'll start.
Well, you
I'll
didn't
start
see
right
him
after.
take anything, but
How fast is he moving?
He's moving kind of a brisk walk. So roll me a brains, the 3 of you guys, and we'll do it as a 10 as you see this guy briskly walking.
Okay.
Okay.
Nope.
Ooh, that's a rough one.
Oh God!
Oh, go
And there he
Nimble.
goes again.
Okay, so after further inspection, Nimble gets, you see that this man's back pocket is glowing. You guys just see a dude that looks
Color.
like he's ready to go get
Gold?
more goo.
Such a
Gold or
hard
purple?
worker. They should give him
Purple.
a raise.
Okay, I'm gonna mention to Rose and point him out and start running after him. That he may need to be apprehended for. Like, I don't want us to get in trouble for not having the right amount of cargo if we're transporting it for someone, especially since negotiated prices and all that sort of stuff. I want to make sure everything's here.
All right. Roll a flight.
Mentioned a rose.
Oh.
All right. So your robotic legs are just not moving.
Yeah,
he
just,
starts
like,
running
up and down.
Sadly, he did not make his check, and a piece of Pepsi falls underneath him, and he starts hurtling down to his death.
Oh.
Oh God.
Okay. Like. Okay.
Just gonna
That's what
turn
we can do
over.
for him.
That
Just
was
gonna turn over to Bobby. You know, you might want to put railings in. That looks really unsafe.
Yeah. I'm not in charge of this area, but I guess you three have to load up the rest.
Well, there's other guys, but they watched
Okay,
him
all
fall
right.
through a hole.
What kind of guy was that? Was that one of the shrimp people?
No, it was just a worker, just a human worker.
I was gonna say if it was a shrimp person, we can load them on the ship too, and we can have dinner tonight.
So my question is, when he fell, did anything fall out of his pockets, or did he just fall?
Well, he did splat, and you saw the purple goo kind of get. Well, actually, go over there and look. Give me a brains check when you look into the hole, the Animaniac-size hole.
That happened, and I saw
that's a 5.
Took off with it. I'll mention to Rose that we should subtract 0.03, whatever credits of the purple glowing goo that could fit in a pocket from our transport.
From your transport, and she's just like, "Oh, just nobody tell Lucifer." You see the purple glue for a second, and then it disappears.
Okay, so I want to turn.
So that makes like Nimblejits thinks that this is like some sort of sentient something, and he's really now.
Yeah, I want to turn to Nimblejits and be like, "Hey, science boy, come look at this."
Well, they're doing that. Just back to Bobby. You should really tell Lucy about that. He might have had a family. He's gonna need a funeral, and they're gonna be really upset.
Yeah, I'm gonna get right on that. I'm gonna watch these two cluckerheads over here go stand by this freaking edge. They're not the most well balanced group here.
So when you go over there, Nimblejits, is you see a splattered man, and roll me a brains to see if you can notice anything.
While they're doing that, I'm going inside and feeding my fish.
You see that the blood is slightly a darker red than a normal human would be.
I would like, while they're looking at over there, I would like to take my gun out and shoot the ground near them to scare them.
Oh God!
Roll a fight check, and you guys roll a grit check.
Us?
Oh God! I want to re-roll that. I want to use a token.
That four.
We're gonna roll. We're gonna re-roll.
Oh my God!
This thing's rigged.
So you pull out your gun and you start just firing, trying to hit towards them, but you actually hit one of the guys loading up the goo in the shin, and he's like, "Ah, my leg!"
I'm just gonna stand there laughing.
Mitch goes,
I'm gonna have to go help him out.
That was the last bit. You need to leave now.
This needs medical attention, and I'm gonna go over and help him out.
All right, give me a brains check. 10.
Do I get a token for missing?
Yes, you do.
All right.
You do get a token.
So I have a scanner, and I say, okay, nothing's broken, and then I'll make sure that the bullet went through, or the laser, whatever went all the way through. I guess.
You see that it's just a graze, and he just has a slight smoke.
Hey, nerd, what are you doing over there? It's a laser gun. It cauterized it. He's not gonna bleed out. He's fine.
There was a lot of blood from here. You were a good shot.
There was a chance the laser got stuck in the wound. Like it might have had to get extracted.
So, you just see that it's a graze, that he is more startled that he got hit in the shin by a power gun.
So as Nimbles is doing this and scanning him, I want to go over with my gun and be like, "Well, old Yellow, it's been fun."
I'm glad I'm inside for this. We're devolving into murder hobos over there.
Roll
I hear it.
a
I don't even know what
fight.
he's doing over there.
Roll a fight.
Oh my god! Watch him roll big too.
What's it to be? What is it to be successful?
I have to roll his flight, but he's hurt, so
Oh,
he's gonna get a -3. I don't even have stats on him because I didn't think you'd be shooting him. Alright, I guess he's got a D10. Yep, there we go. Let's see, -3. Alright, what's your fight?
10.
Oh, you fucking okay, well, you shot him. And since you did that, he is, you shot him, where did you shoot him? 4 people.
I shot him in the other leg, and then I said I was to help make you even, and then I just walk away.
Ow! Ow! What the hell is wrong with
Shoot
you?
essentially his kneecap off, and his leg flies up in the air over Nimblegit's shoulder. And he is screaming in pain as you see smoke come from his thigh.
Can I look at him on the floor and just look at him and say, "Workman's comp, buddy," and walk away?
So now Mitchell is Jingles, roll me a brains as you look at Mitchell and Bubba. You see that they are very upset and they might start shooting this crew if they do not leave in the next 5 minutes.
Well, I'm already inside.
All right, guys, let's hurry up and load the last crate on here. We gotta get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I'll start picking up stuff.
Yeah.
Do you pick up his leg and hand it to him?
Pick up his leg, hand it to him, and be like, "Here's 100 credits. We didn't do it. We didn't do it."
It was that guy, the one that fell off. It was long rebounds of the laser off the edge.
So while they're loading up everything in the goo.
Oh, they're already loaded up.
Oh, so after Jingles gave him
Outta
the
here.
100 credits and walks off, I want to kind of slowly sneak back and be like, "That's my 100 credits," and take it.
Why you gotta understand?
Roll a flight 12.
Alien is all about
Hobos, then there's Al.
17.
All right,
Oh, my.
so this dude is so distracted because his leg is on the other side of the port. He does not see that you take these 100 credits and you put them in your back pocket and you run onto the ship. Before
Do I see him take the credits?
roll a brains and see if you get higher than a 17.
Yes!
Got me.
You do not see him take the credits as you're on the ship.
All right.
And then, please, fly away, Rose screams at you.
Yeah, Rose, we
Fly
need to get
away.
the hell out of here. So you need to get your crew up there and get us the hell out of here before they call space police. I don't know how that works.
Roll me a flight to see if you fly off this Pepsi Star Station. Hopefully with
All of us?
the space was quiet and peaceful until they came to Pepsi. No, just
Who's
you,
rolling,
Wolf.
who's
You're the one
rolling
flying.
flight?
You're the one flying. So flight. Flight,
Oh.
give me an. Since you rolled so well, give me a 6.
Alright, here's a 16.
Okay.
Nice.
You shoot off this thing that you actually, the propulsion that you shot it off actually helped the port kind of like readjust back up. And you fly.
We're
One
helping.
thing you notice is that the atmosphere is not, you know how you normally when ships are leaving they get that fire? You only
Yeah.
get a little fire and a shake, and you were wondering why that is. Why the atmosphere here is not strong.
It's less gassy in Uranus.
Reasons we finally get our mission. Let's pirates and help load our vehicle with illegal goo for reasons. Then shoot more folks for reasons.
I just like the idea that all of this is happening, and Ava's just like, "Bye, see you soon."
Hey man, I've got my aquarium in the regeneration bay. I'm slowly feeding the fish. You're shooting people outside. You know?
The innocent one. We can't have him see all this blood and gore. He's innocent.
Yes, Empire of Betty.
So can I, after we take off, I just want to kind of look and turn to Rose and say, that was a little less flames than I expected.
From Lucifer?
No, from the takeoff.
Going to space and atmosphere.
Oh, yeah, because their atmospheric generators are like a crapshoot. Sometimes they turn off, and I hope you buy a suit. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all that. Huh.
Oh. What?
That the atmosphere might just shut off.
Well,
yeah, you kind of missed that one out.
It's a good thing we left the planet before that happened.
Right, yeah, we got out of here just in time.
Jingles, you recall one or two times that the other two guys, Mitch and Bubba, the first two guys, you grabbed the suit before they did, and they died because the atmosphere shut off. And that's why you worked with Mitch and Bubba.
Oh, yeah. So there was two guys before Mitch and Bubba. I kind of took the suit, and they just died.
Just sitting here going like, let's see, atmosphere fails. I'm already in a suit.
You're all right.
Nimblegits has a suit built in. So Al's the only one who has to play scramble and musical chairs.
So,
yep.
So you have a couple of hours of space travel. You do see some cops, but Al is flying very unsuspiciously, as if he's done this before.
Tell you one thing, Rose. This ship is very sketch. It's like there's two pieces of ship put together.
Leaning in. Talking about our ship?
Yeah, I am.
As that's going on, I finished in the back, so you see me kind of walk forward. The globe helmet is actually off, and the suit looks a little bit more rotund than usual. And I've just got like a fish food thing, and I'm just shaking it over where the neck would be. There's just this water there, and fish food is falling down. A couple seconds later, globe goes back on and slowly fills back up with water.
You get a message on your comms. There, Nimblegits.
Yep, I'm getting a incoming message from. Getting it from.
And you see those two shrimp people, two different ones, and they go, "Stop the vessel, or we'll shoot."
I'm gonna click over and be like, "Rose, we have a problem. We have someone ready to engage."
All right.
We're all here in the truck, right? Yeah. So I'll mention to.
We're not in the truck. We're in the ship. We fly. We in space.
Yeah, you're in space.
Okay, and it's all of us. We're all on the ship.
Yeah, you're all in the
you
cockpit.
With this, Jingles?
And we all heard
Cool.
this
on the break.
So I'll mention to Jingles and Rose because they know the most about what has taken place and what we have with us and who may be after us. So I'll mention that to them.
The shrimp people again.
So I can we hear these people or not?
It depends. You put them on speakerphone.
It looks like we're gonna eat dinner tonight, boys and girls.
I'll patch you through.
So you patch through, and you see on the screen is essentially them, and he's kind of like laying down, and on your scanner you see two ships that are like very narrow, and they have rudders up front and two blasters, and he's like laying down like this, and he's like, pull over! I'd hate to shoot that goo off your ship. And they kind of like flying around you. To
turn the comms off and mention to Al that we should cloaking device and get out here and ask Rose if that's acceptable.
She goes.
Turn around and say, "I suggest we cloak and get out of here."
Yeah, cloak away. Jingles, let's load up the escape pods in case we have to leave.
So, what I will do is
I'm going to turn on the cloaking device, and
I will go
turn on.
I want to go straight, and as Nimbles is doing the cloaking,
but they won't be able to see us, and they won't be able to find us by radar or heat scanner. So I'll do that so we can get out of here under the radar.
Okay. So she's going to go run and start putting that as your cloaking device. Let's see. What do you need to do to put on that cloaking device? You'll have the basics.
Actually, we have the level 2.
Ooh.
I went ahead and upgraded it. I think Al had one. I kind of imagine his escape pod came with like the technology downloaded to it because it came from a cloaked vessel, and then I was able to upgrade that to our ship, so we have the level 2.
Okay, so you cloak out, and they immediately are just they sense that you're in that area because again you cloaked right in front of them. So, but they're kind of flying like. Getting kind of close and then like flying off and then like just kind of shooting aimlessly into space.
So when they do that,
I think our first maneuver would just be to like get from where we were before and go forward and get out of here.
Yeah. Roll me a flight. Give me a 12 on the flight.
Who?
You're the flyer.
You're the one piloting, buddy.
I will use a point to get that to 12.
Okay, so you are weaving and dodging, and you just see lasers are skimming over your cockpit, as you can just see them blindly are just like shooting. 2 more ships are coming in from the other way, and they're just like shooting also blindly, and even one of them hits one of the back ships, and it starts like sputtering out.
I just kind of chuckle to myself, and I say quietly, but maybe enough for the others to hear me, depending on what they roll, just like old times.
Jingles, help me with these. Help me with this cargo.
I would, but they got level 2 cloaking devices, but no hover pallet jacks. They can't afford a pallet jack.
We have a rover. Maybe the rover can do some pulling. I'll get the rover involved.
They got a freaking rover. No pallet jacks. What do you want me to do about it?
So as you guys are loading in, you are flying, and give me another flight check. Give me a 10.
That's a 15.
15. All right, so they're coming. So they have the one behind you and the 2 going there. You essentially just yank that thing back as hard as you can, and your ship just launches up into the space, and you and Jingles, you and Rose are like, whoa, as you put more of this goo in there, and 2 of the shrimp guys collide, and one of them just hits a little bit better than the other, and that one just drops and spins out as the other one is like flickering up, just like because just the momentum, and it's just firing wildly into space.
Al
looking at the radar from the captain's chair. Oh, good job! Look at that! You made the 2 red dots go into one not red dot. Good job.
Al is gonna see the explosion out of the window, and he is gonna go. Looks like those shrimp. Occasion. And continue to drive into space.
Terrible.
Rose, why did he just put sunglasses on in space? Shit on this damn thing.
So as they are loading it into the escape pod, you get you see one more jet fly past, and again it doesn't see you. So roll a fly.
What am I aiming for?
Oh,
Flight,
one more red
10.
dot. There's a red dot on the left. That side over there. The red dot. You should avoid the red dot.
You get a +2 because he's telling you where the dots are. Okay, so you're 21.
21.
So essentially, you see this guy coming above you, and then you quickly drip low. So the guy who was damaged flies right into the back end of the other ship, and then they kind of like sandwich each other and smash in. So now you have one ship left that's just shooting wildly into the night.
While that happens, I want to look at Rose and be like, I'm the only one who can come on top.
Well, she's in the back loading into the escape pod.
Well, I'm still saying that to Jingles then.
Why is he talking over the intercom, talking about this?
Do you want to say it on the intercom?
Somebody didn't show him how to turn the intercom off. It's kind of
It's just like on still, and like they can just hear me like commentating myself.
Did you want to call the guy you shot the leg off for?
Stop pressing. No, you want to press that button. If you press that button, you want to take your finger off that button.
Oh,
I know it's big, and it's red, and it's shiny, but you don't want to be touching that the entire time.
Oh shit!
Not that button.
Oh, y'all heard that.
Would you like to shoot at the last ship, Eva?
Shooting at anything. I've looked at the pretty red lights.
So essentially, more lasers are just coming. Again, this thing is pretty wild, and you get behind it.
Okay. I want to look at Nibbles and be like, "Hey, I think it's time we fire back here."
I think that's the flashing green one. The one right in front. But no. By your right hand. No, your right hand. It's next to your finger. That one. That one is the shooty flashy button.
Do you want to shoot at him, Nibbles?
I'm not shooting. I'm trying to see if there's a way to do some sort of evasive maneuver to get out of here. I'm trying to get us out of here.
Don't we have an automatic turret?
You have a turret with a remote.
I wish Mitch and
Then I will just push
or
whatever it's
like.
Bubba. I wish
I just
Mitch and
wanna
Bubba was here.
I want to push the remote control button and start
Like,
that
check
turret
with the
up and
remote.
shoot at them.
Okay, so you grab the remote and you're flying while shooting?
Yep.
All right, roll flight with an extra D4. I just saw the little upper part of the wolf's tattoo, and it looks like a Pepsi logo.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Roll 2D4. Roll your fight with a D4. And then their flight is...
Well, my fight's a D8.
Oh, we'll roll a D8 and roll a D4, because you get a D4 plus that.
Oh, okay. So I got an
Well-
11. I tell you what, we're winning this fight regardless. So
That was a double explosion.
yeah, we're winning this fight. Don't even worry about D4.
Yeah, he rolled a 1, so you immediately just shoot the shit out of him, and the explosion happens, and you fly through the fire, and you just see parts all around you, and the magnificent fireworks that is happening around you. So it is kind of a cool sight. And at this point,
push my button. I want to push my button, like unknowingly, like I'm itching my shoulder or something, and be like, "Cool guys don't look at explosions," and continue to fly.
And
Hey, Rose, I bet you, he's putting those sunglasses on. I bet you.
She turns and laughs, and then she turns back. She turns with her back to you as you put the final canister into the escape pod. And she goes, "Okay, get into the escape pod. Let's bail here."
Okay. I turn to Rose and I say, I think this is more of a solo run. And I pull my gun out and I shoot at her face.
So you three hear loud gunshots flapping in the back of the ship. And you hear Rose scream.
Oh, man.
So as I
Better run
hear
that
this,
way.
I hear this,
It's like
I want
the
to.
immediate threat and danger at this point. So
So as I hear
Yeah,
this,
we're
I
on
want
board with that.
to. I want to slam the brakes on the ship,
The
and
ship has brakes.
well, how else is it going to stop?
Reverse. Put it in reverse.
Reverse thrust. Yeah.
Whatever I want to do, I want to
Space
make.
brakes.
I want to make the ship do this.
So you go rocking. Roll me a grit of 6, Nibble. Jingles. Actually, everybody roll me a grit of 6 as he suddenly stops the ship.
Really? I'm gonna re-roll that.
I got an 11.
Okay, so you are unfazed by this because you know. Do you want to use your tokens to get up there? Do you have enough tokens?
What I have to roll?
I do
what
not have enough tokens now.
You need a 6.
Oh my god! Can I re-roll that again?
I think it's only once. So you immediately stop, and everyone is Wolf, don't break the ship, please. We know you're cool, but please. Nimble gets is not phased from the stopping as he's a droid, and what would you like to do, Nimble?
I don't know if Nimbles is here.
Yes, please don't break the ship we built. What would you like to do? As Eva, you fall over, not knowing that the ship was all of a sudden going to stop.
Okay, he's back.
All right, what are you gonna do, Nibble?
Actually, if I notice that.
Oh God.
Hear me okay?
Yeah.
That we
Okay,
can.
sorry. Yeah, like if I notice that Eva doesn't have proper footing, I will basically brace myself to catch her so that she doesn't fall through the ship.
Well, you're in the cockpit, and he just slammed on the brakes when he heard the fire.
Well, yeah.
So
Remember, she was in the captain's chair, like getting up to go to the back of the fire had just happened. So they're still pretty close. They're both in the cockpit.
Oh, you caught Eva. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, you caught Eva, and you kind of like catch her, and then you throw her back on her feet.
Eva's just Star Trek Enterprising. Wait, not that button! Oh, okay. Thank you. That was very nice. Wasn't there an explosion that we need to go look at?
Do you want to run to the back?
Yeah, let's head that way. There was a gunshot.
Let's run to the back.
Yeah, there was a shot.
Okay.
I'm guessing I'm laying on the ground.
Yeah, you see Jingles getting up and like running to the escape pod.
And I look back and I take a shot at the lock on the door.
Roll a fight 12. Because that is a key shot, and you have fallen down, good sir.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God. There he goes.
Okay, so he hits the door Han Solo style. And the door between the escape pods and you guys immediately shuts. And you can look at the mirror of him throwing up the deuces sign as he walks into the escape pod. And he hits the escape pod. And he shoots off to the side. The shooting off to the side is so epic that your ship starts spinning out of control and starts heading to the nearest planet, which is, which you start heading to one of the moons of Jupiter as you start spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning closer and closer to the end of the ship, and that is where we will stop our session.
Nice.
That was the only thing I could think of to stall him was to shoot the lock on the door.
And then you
blowing holes in my ship.
So what'd you guys think? It was a little bit more actiony than that one.
I wasn't planning on all the laser shooting and
The murders.
Now we gotta
murdering.
see. We got a hole in the ship. We have to see how many holes are in rows.
I wasn't expecting anyone else but Al to have taken our escape pod. So I thank you for giving Nimblejits a distrust of people taking our ship's escape pods. It's just solidified for him now.
Putting locks on the escape pods now.
It will be next time, same week. And if you want to revisit the episode, I'll put a link to the YouTube, and there will also be and you can see it on there. Yeah, so the original plan was Rose to betray you, but we lost our guest. So thank you so much for the follow. Cheers to you, good sir. Welcome to be a part of the Gnomes Tavern.
A lot of fun. Awesome.
Yeah, so that was the original, was Rose was going to betray you. But I kind of like the fact that now you have an unconscious Rose, or a dead Rose. We'll roll to see if she died.
I was excited by this.
Is the guest all right?
So my question is this: with Jingles, he escaped
she's all right.
the...
She just had to cancel. She had some other obligations, I guess.
So Jingles escaped with all the goo.
Yep.
In that escape pod. How big was that damn escape pod?
It was pretty big. It was y'all took from another ship, essentially.
All right. Well,
remember, you're flying towards another moon. I took off so fast.
Like, to give you an idea of what I was guessing at, I guessed our ship is about the size of about 6 school buses. So 2 front, 2 on the back, 1 each side for like the wings. His ship, about the size of like a limousine. Big damn thing, and it got rockets.
Yeah. Actually, it'll be really fun. Nibbles, roll me a brains to see how well you programmed this escape pod.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Pretty
14.
good.
Okay, so you programmed it pretty well.
How to track it is the thing that I want to make sure. It's got the same signature as our ship. It's coming from, like, I should be able to, we'll see. I mean, right now we've got, you know, an injured person. We've got illegal materials on our ship. That's probably number one.
We no longer have illegal materials on the ship.
Yeah, no more.
On the escape pod.
You're welcome.
They're all
So we are 100% legal with a Bezos representative in our ship who needs help. And, no, we're fine. The guy in the escape pod programmed only to go to a nearby planet is the one that's in trouble.
Technically, you're not fine. You have a tracking device on your ship, and you don't have his products on your ship.
Yeah,
so,
that's right.
good luck with that.
And you were barrel rolling to a moon.
So hopefully Wolf can fly.
We'll be absolutely fine. So I mean, here's the question: escape pods don't tend to have faster than light travel or particularly good rockets. They tend to kind of aim at one target, burst until they get to a good speed, and they just go there. So if we're landing on a moon of Jupiter, chances are he's landing on a moon of Jupiter.
Away.
You're not getting to Mercury, my dude.
Looks like we just found ourselves a side quest.
No. Here's the fun part. Remember where we got our ship from? That's right, a moon of Jupiter. That an escape pod landed on.
Well, I can just shut off all the machines and just coast.
So I'm just gonna you go ahead and coast for 20 years, buddy. You'll make it there eventually.
I'll find something.
Just give the escape pod.
I want to see him land. His escape pod lands right next to where Al's old escape pod did on Europa.
I'm just
in the
hoping
middle of the frozen wasteland.
I'm just hoping Al rolls like crap and can't land and just crashes.
So what did y'all think? You can't apply real physics with gnome physics.
No, but I can argue like hell to make these physics the real one.
Well, so truth be told, I thought y'all would at least got shot once, and you didn't, because apparently Wolf rolled on fire. So you were...
I am the shooter.
Which is pretty awesome, because...
I mean... When it comes to aiming, I shot that little lock on the door. So
yeah, that was
as soon as we start the next one, you're gonna have Wolf still in the pilot seat, and it was like hit the green button. Remote shoots the turret, even though we're spinning out of to shoot the escape pod.
Now, what did y'all think of the twist of your first guest stealing your...
I like it.
It was
not
awesome,
going to be not incredibly surprised, not going to lie. But
I do have a question. I don't know if it's an off-stream question, though, so I'll wait to ask.
You can ask.
Okay, so the character of Rose, is this going to be an reoccurring character, or is this one that we're holding out on for our potential other guests to come in?
Well, I'm not going to assume that other guests will not take over Rose, but maybe someone else will. It depends if Nibbles can get to her in time and get her into your chamber.
Or if Alien decides Old Yellow's about to come out to play.
I mean,
we gotta discuss how your interpretation of how the Old Yeller book went. He didn't shoot him in the second leg. That's not how that book went.
In the English version.
in the English version of Old Yeller,
yes.
Sorry, boy, your leg is hurt. So I'm just gonna shoot the other leg. We'll bring you to the vet soon.
In the UK version, it was shit, Yeller. It looks like your leg's hurt there, mate. Probably shoot the other one so it's even. At least that way you only have to crawl on a 2-port.
And then you rolled the 22. Like you...
Pew.
I just love Rusty's face. Was just like, my fucking god, a leg just flew by my character.
Well, the best thing was that like Rusty sent a message in the group chat saying he couldn't hear what I was doing. So I'm telling you to shoot this guy in the kneecap, and you're just saying his leg flies over his head. You're like, wait, what the fuck happened?
Oh man. So yeah. So. His interpretation, Old Yeller killed the kid.
Hey, someone had to die in that book.
Look, I have bad news for you, but this book is quite old. These are spoilers, but someone did die in that book.
So not every guest will screw you over. Just some guest will screw you over.
Alien is our crew's version of Sophie's Choice.
Whoa. Did he screw you over?
Yeah, I mean, Nimblejits is kind of feels like we may be more on the up and up without that illegal material. Rose may be upset with us, so that may.
It's like a nice 50-50 because we don't have the material, but yeah.
I don't know how we're screwed over. Again, we have the representative of Bezos, celebrated commander of an army, who now has, if she survives, a blood feud with a guy who was in an escape pod.
Yeah, but then we also have a guy whose burn looks like Kane and wants $5 million, and we have no goo.
And
It's
the only dead words were the humans, fish, and the shrimp, and friends of Jingles.
What Bobby Jingles doesn't know is that the tracking device was in the escape pod. Because don't you think someone with the name of Lucifer would have expected us to get in the escape pod and take off?
I guess we'll have to do.
I think you're giving Gnome too much effort.
Yeah. Let's stop giving Gnomes ideas here because it's just much more difficult to give him ideas.
Oh, I'm gonna give him as many ideas as possible to completely screw over Bobby.
I will say also is that you have a shot official in War Hero in your cargo bay.
See?
Yeah, we have to get.
So if you bump into a Bezos officer,
I shot her in the face too. I mean, ooh.
I can't remember what type of
It's okay. It's okay. It was a laser weapon. It cauterized the wound on the way through, right?
That's
That's
just
all the way through.
I do like how LinktheKiller also
what
watched
type
the
of
cowboy
species
movie.
was
She's a
Rose?
little airhead now.
Was she a humanoid or was she something different?
She's a human.
Oh, she's fucked. Let's do. Oh, yeah. But she's done. She's done though. Like we'll just throw her in another escape pod and say that.
I mean, Lucas at Uranus would probably be happy she got shot.
That's true. You might get some credits for that.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, you don't need to head to have a good time. That's where we'll leave you on Gnomes Tavern. See you next week, folks.
All right, I'd like to thank everybody again. Thank you, LinktheKiller. Make sure you put your link in the chat so people can go see your...
I'm too lazy to do that.
I got it. So that way, everyone go follow him on YouTube. He's been posting videos every day on Minecraft and other things like that. So make sure you go check out his thing. Go subscribe to him so that way you can get him to 700. And then also too, I like to thank For the Wolves. Go check out For the Wolves, _the_wolves on Twitch. He streams a lot of wrestling games and unboxing. And
I'll be streaming tomorrow.
And then
we have a bunch of
also
unboxings.
too a really great streamer. Go check him out. And then Rusty
And I'll be streaming
Laser
immediately.
is just a cool guy. Just hit him up on Discord.
And I want to thank everybody here for letting me join y'all for this.
Good having you here, Link.
First time doing it as a group. I think the last time it was just me and Devin going a little.
Yeah, doing our look. I want to. Once we're done with Team Space, I'm getting them on that same game to do that one shot.
Yeah, this
Thanks for coming aboard, Betty.
Keeps going
The last time,
popular.
just you and me.
And then next week we will be with Matt. Will be our guest for the week. And that one I'm like really pumped about next Monday's session. It is going to be really wacky.
So you wasn't pumped to have me tonight?
I was
That's
pumped to
messed
have
up.
you tonight. I
He
love
was
the
so
line.
pumped he said tomorrow.
I love the cowboy line of "This is a solo mission."
Yeah, that was perfect.
That was very fucking.
That was very cowboy. That was very.
Very.
So will our crew seek revenge for Rose and their stolen materials? Will they ever stop rolling? Will the Jupiter moons be a nice place to land? Will